Hello and welcome to Always Bored, Never Boring. Good grief, it's December, and here at ABNB HQ we are incredibly busy. There are all kinds of school events going on, I have a Christmas party to organise, and for some reason I decided it would be a great idea to create a video every single day opening my Deep Space Pest Control Advent Calendar from Mantic Games. They are only short videos, but it's amazing how difficult it can be to squeeze one into my hectic schedule each day. And no, I'm not going to cheat and shoot videos in advance. If you haven't been watching the series, please consider checking it out. I promise you there are no grass masks or reliable reindeer. In addition to those calendar videos, I do still intend to publish longer form content throughout December, although I am restructuring my schedule so you can expect those longer videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm uncertain yet if that will be a permanent change on the channel, but I do like having the extra breathing space to work on my videos. I have a few things coming up that I hope you will find really fun. But for today, I thought I would do a quick roundup of a few bits of interesting news that caught my eye this month. First of all, crowdfunding. In December there are several big campaigns that are about to wrap, or have just wrapped, such as Cthulhu Death May Die Forbidden Reaches and Lands of Evershade. But there are two projects currently running that I wanted to mention. The first is Enormity, the new sci-fi extraction crawler from the creators of Eon Trespass Odyssey, which is on Kickstarter. It funded incredibly quickly on the first day and is cruising along at a decent pace, knocking through stretch goals on the way. For the sake of full disclosure, I did do a sponsored preview video for this game and I posted that on Tuesday. It is a huge game from what I have seen, and I thought it was rather complex, with a lot to keep track of, especially in solo games where it is necessary to control 4 characters. However, I thought there were a lot of really good ideas baked into the design. The logistics of running the team of astronauts is a solid challenge, and I found the theme really compelling. I will link to my preview in the video description below in case you missed it and might be interested in learning more. The second crowdfunding campaign that caught my eye is the 40th anniversary reissue of Tales of the Arabian Nights on GameFound. This is an award-winning storytelling game that is now getting a fresh lick of paint, a slew of new rules and a solo mode. It has already funded, which isn't surprising as it is a well-loved game, although it hasn't exactly set GameFound alight. Personally, I am tempted, although it seems a bit pricey. But if I was going to drop money on a Tales game, it would probably be the new Tales of the Arthurian Knights, which is a bit more up my alley. Moving on, there is news from another company that I work with quite regularly, and which I am sure any long-time viewers will have heard me talking about. Goblin King Games, creators of the tabletop skirmish game Moonstone. They recently ran a Goblin King's Coffers event where it was possible to pick up limited edition miniatures and books, so I ordered a few different things, including some fun festive stuff. I got a second Goblin airship, and you know I really love a miniature when I'm happy to not just buy it twice, but paint it twice too. But for this one I also have the Grimblesnacht upgrade kit. This lets you replace the pea shooter gun with a beard for the Goblin pilot, swap out the flag for a sack of presents, and add some cute little antlers to the frog's head. I am really excited to finally have this kit in my collection. Also, for this festive season, Goblin King Games created 2 festive psychopomps, which I just had to have. You will see more of these little guys in a future video, but I mention them now because while you can just use them as festive replacements for regular psychopomps, you can also use them as part of a free scenario that you can download from the Moonstone website right now. In the scenario, Old Grimbles has dropped presents all over the battlefield, but some of them may contain mischievous psychopomps. Players must open the presents in search of valuable items, hoping for goodies that score points while avoiding the baddies that want to cause trouble. And of course there is a lovely little Grimblesnacht story to accompany the scenario. It's all available from the link that you will find in the video description. And do note, while the King's Coffers event is over, the limited edition festive psychopomps are still available to purchase from the Moonstone website for the time being. Additionally, there are several Christmas bundles offering discounts over the full retail price, some of which include the festive psychopomps. Next up, we have some pretty exciting news that was only just announced on the 2nd of December by SBG Editions, publishers of games like Battle Mages and Coppice. They have acquired the rights to the rather brilliant Fireteam Zero, which has been out of print for a long time. The game originally went through 2 rounds of crowdfunding on Kickstarter, and while it did deliver, there were all manner of hang-ups and complications that pretty much derailed it and prevented it from getting a much wider circulation. As a result, it very quickly sank into obscurity and lots of people never had a chance to play it. I love the game. You can find my review for it on the channel, published way back in 2020, so I am really pleased to see it's going to be getting a new lease of life. The CEO of SBG Editions said, "We are thrilled to be able to take this excellent game into the future through a series of new releases, plus adapting the core game engine to other settings, including our very own Dark Fantasy Cursed Empire IP. We are excited about the opportunity to build on the strengths of the original co-op game by adding even more theme, story-driven character progression, and lasting gaming thrill. We will engage from the get-go with the existing Fireteam Zero fanbase to give them an opportunity to get involved in where we take this together. It's uncertain whether I will get on board with a new edition. I have a ton of content for the game already, but it's great to know gamers are going to get another chance to experience this somewhat overlooked gem." I think the final thing I'm going to mention in today's video relates to a company I just don't talk about much these days, Games Workshop. They are of course continuing their weekly output of content, and there are all manner of Kill Team goodies going up for sale this month. One thing of particular note is they are finally releasing the Lieutenant Titus miniature as a blister pack for those who would like to add this mighty hero to their army without buying one of these Space Marine board games. Unfortunately, he is only going to be available to purchase at Warhammer stores, and you won't be able to get him in Japan or China. However, the main thing I wanted to mention is that the Warhammer community website is running its annual Grotmass Advent Calendar. This year, on every day up to and including December the 24th, the community page is going to share new detachments for Warhammer 40k. In total, there will be 30, all free to download from the community page. There is also a promise of an extra surprise on Christmas Day. I no longer play 40k, but if you do, you might want to check back to the Warhammer community page each day to see if they're going to share something you can make use of with your armies. And I do have to say, while I appreciate the focus is always going to be 40k, when Games Workshop does something like this, I always feel a twinge of disappointment that they don't use it as an opportunity to throw a bone to fans of their other games. But the halcyon days of Blackstone Fortress are long gone now. Shame. Anyway, I am going to leave it there for today. As I said, I have a lot going on here. There's a small matter of the Christmas tree to put up for a start. So, if you like this video, please consider pressing the like button. If you really like this video, please consider subscribing if you don't already do so. And hopefully, I'll see you all again very soon. Bye bye everyone. Bye bye.